in the last lecture, we have understood the meaning of capital gain, types of capital gain, what is the meaning of capital asset. Yes, capital asset we have understood, short-term capital asset, long-term capital asset. On the basis of the same, we have understood the short-term capital gain and the long-term capital gain. Apart from that, even we have talked about the taxability of the capital gain, the tax rates which are applicable for the short-term capital gain and the long-term capital gain, that we have understood in our last lecture. Today, we are going to understand what is the cost inflation index. Okay. Before I could start with the cost inflation index, or what is indexation, or what is the indexed cost of acquisition or the indexed cost of improvement, I just want to share few things with you. Okay. Now, when we used to go to school, we are actually 4 siblings. So my father used to give us 1 rupee coin, and with that 1 rupee coin, we all 4 siblings, my 2 brothers and we 2 sisters, used to feed our stomach in our break, that is the school recess. Okay, so only 25 paise were very sufficient for us as a lunch box at our break in our school. Now what is happening? My son is even going to school. So today, even if I am spending rupees 10, say for example, I am buying a Balaji wafers packet at rupees 10 and I am giving it to him in his lunch box, it is not helping him to feed his stomach properly and fully. It means what? Previously, when the time at which I used to go to school, at that time 1 rupee was sufficient for me, and today it is not like that. Like my son is having a lot or he is eating lot. No, the quantity which he is eating is similar that of the quantity which I used to eat in my lunch box. But what has happened? The purchasing power of a money has gone down. What I said? The purchasing power of the money has gone down. Now, why it is happening? It means what? Previously, the things which were available at rupees 1, today the same quantity of things or the goods I am not in a position to buy even at rupees 10 by spending rupees 10. It means what? The value, okay, the value of the money has gone down. Value means what? The amount of benefit which you are going to derive from a particular amount of money. Yes. So, why it is happening? It is happening just because of the various economic factors which is actually leading to the inflation in our economy. Because of the increased inflation, what has happened? The price of a goods or a services has gone up drastically, and as a result the value of a money or a purchasing power of a money has gone down. Now in these circumstances, if we are staying and if we are selling any one of our capital asset, let it be the jewelry or your house property or any like asset which is been owned by you, then in that case what will happen? The amount of money which you may calculate in the form of capital gain. Say for example, if you have bought the asset 10 years back at rupees 1 lakh only, and today you are selling it at 5 lakhs. So ultimately what is the difference? That you have to pay the tax on rupees 4 lakhs. Why? Because 4 lakhs is your capital gain. But this calculation is very wrong. Why? Because the purchasing power of a money has gone down. So to overcome such a type of issues, like the issues which are related to the inflation, what has happened? The central government has introduced the cost inflation index into our economy. So what is cost inflation index? Cost inflation index is a measure of inflation used to calculate long-term capital gains from the transfer of capital asset. It is used for calculating the estimated increase at the price of goods and assets year by year due to inflation. Whatever the change is happening in your price of your asset due to inflation, a proper estimated increase has been calculated with the help of this cost inflation index. Now, when we talk about the calculation of the long-term capital gain specifically, because this cost inflation index will only be useful whenever you would be calculating what? The long-term capital gain. So, when you are calculating the long-term capital gain, at that time, long-term capital gains means what? When you have acquired or you are holding a asset for more than 3 years of time period. At that time, you have to calculate the indexed cost of acquisition. What you have to calculate? You have to calculate the indexed cost of acquisition. How will you calculate this cost? So, indexed cost of acquisition is equal to cost of acquisition. It means the price at which you have bought that particular asset at any point of time into the cost inflation index of the year in which the asset was transferred. Say for example, you are transferring, means selling your asset on 15th June 2018. So, you would be mentioning over here the cost inflation index of the previous year 2018-19 divided by the cost inflation index of the year in which the asset was acquired. Say for example, you have bought your asset in the year 2005 June. That means what? What is your financial year over there? 2005-6. So, here at the denominator, you would be specifying the cost inflation index of the financial year 2005-6. So, whatever the answer of this would be the indexed cost of acquisition. Next, one more thing you have to get into mind, that the indexed cost of improvement. Now, what is improvement? You have, say for example, an assessor is holding a building, okay. So, building needs to be improved upon, it has to be maintained upon, yes, and many a times you are making additions to the existing structure of your building. So, if anything is happening or if any expenditure is made for an addition to the existing property or for the improvement of the existing property, then in that case it would be known as the indexed cost of, it would be known as the cost of improvement. And for the calculation of the long-term capital gain, you have to calculate the indexed cost of improvement, okay. So, anything you have spent for an addition or an improvement of the property owned by yourself is known as cost of improvement, and for the calculation of the long-term capital gain, you would be calculating indexed cost of improvement. Now, how will you calculate that? Yes. So, cost of improvement, the amount of money which you have spent for the improvement purpose into the cost inflation index of the year in which the asset was transferred. So, for us, now see, what is our previous year? 2018-19. So, the cost inflation index of the year in which the asset was transferred, it would be 2018-19 divided by the cost inflation index of the year in which the improvement took place. For example, you had improved your asset in the year 2010 November. Okay, then in that case, for the financial year 2010-11, you would be taking the cost inflation index over here at the denominator, and the answer of this would be the indexed cost of improvement. Okay. Now, before we could proceed further, I just want to mention few things over here, like indexed cost of improvement. When it is to be taken into consideration while calculating the long-term capital gain, if an improvement has taken place after 1/4/2001, yes, if the improvement is been taken care of after 2001, then only the indexed cost of improvement will come into the picture. Okay. Now, this is what the cost inflation index. It means what? These are the cost inflation index which are been decided or mentioned by the central government in their official gazette. Okay. So, I just want to clear one thing over here, that if you can look at the previous years, like if you can go to the previous year 2017, 18 and back to that, then in that case, this financial year used to start at 1981-82. It means what? For those years till 2017-18, the base year. So here you can see the base year, that the cost inflation index is starting from 2001-2, and in the inflation index is 100. So previously it was 1981-82 100, and now from the financial year, or you can say the previous year 2018-19, it has been shifted from 1981 to 2001-2 at 100. Okay. So why this particular change has taken place? Okay. Now, previously the base year, that government has decided one particular year as a base year, so as to calculate the cost inflation index, which will ultimately measure the inflationary impact on the price of a particular property. Okay. So previously the inflation index was 1981 and 82. So because of that, what used to happen, the assessors were facing the problem while calculating the fair market value, because if the asset has been purchased prior to the 1981, and which is actually 3 decades old. So to overcome such a type of problem of the calculation, the cost inflation index year is been shifted from the year 1981-82 to the financial year 2001-2. Now, from the last previous year, that is from the previous year 2018-19 and prior to that 17-18, the base year was the 2001 and 2. So, from 2001 to 100, this one thing you have to keep in mind, and our previous year is 2018-19, and for 2018-19 the inflation index is 280, and this figure you have to keep in mind always. Okay. So the students which were there last year studying income tax as their subject, for those the previous year was 17-18, for them it was 272, and for you the inflation index for the current financial year, which is for us 2018-19, is 280. Okay. And these are the things which you have to keep in mind while calculating the long term capital gain. Okay. Thank you.